What's up, family? Welcome to my channel. My name is MichelleAna. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back, fam. Y'all already know, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm trying to hide my nails because they're not done yet, and it's a thing for me. So y'all already know if you follow me on there. If you don't, make sure you follow your girl. But today is the last video of the Faith and Influence series. Y'all, this series has been so fun to film and to create for you guys. I have pretty much documented so many different parts of what it means to really bridge your faith and your influence and really bring impact to the world. I believe that we don't have to shove our faith down people's throat to convince them that they need our God, right? I think that by way of living out loud and letting people know, hey, these are the things that help me, and this is the impact that I want to bring to my community. Come along the ride, right? I strongly believe that actions really do speak so loud. Words speak loud too. I teach my coaching clients really how to formulate their story, right? How to write captions in a way that is captivating and impacting, right? And impactful. And so I absolutely loved these topics that I've covered. Of course, we're still going to be talking about faith and influence. I just wanted to make sure we had a set of videos where it was dedicated to these different topics and all the things having to do with faith and influence. And of course, today I'm going to talk about something super dynamic that has to do with more of the soul level side. Y'all know I love to talk about just that soul care side, and how you can really bring priorities or really bring light to the things that really matter the most, right? So many of us really have a desire to be thought leaders, really have a desire to start our blogs and become an influencer, work with brands and all these different things. But one of the things that I have learned along the way, it can get very overwhelming, and it just plain and simple is not easy all the time, especially when you are someone that people look up to, that you are someone that you are like the strong friend on the internet. Well, the strong friend on the internet also needs a strong friend. That's why I advocate so much for community, not only building community and you actually building people up, but having your own accountability, having your own people that will call you out and be like, sis, no, that ain't it. Right? And so in moments where it gets overwhelming, in moments where you're like, I don't even know if I could do this anymore, you have your people backing you up, your sisters, your brothers, your friends, whoever, backing you up and speaking life into you. Because let me tell you something about these social media streets. If you solely go by identifying your success with vanity metrics, right? With the likes and the saves and the comments and the shares and the subscribers and the followers and all these different things, it will drive you just up a wall, because at the end of the day, those things don't define you. Your God defines you. And today I wanted to talk about just all the things I have going on, but really the importance of making sure where I'm anchored in, where I get these ideas from, right? And how I just stay in this heart posture of always going back to the beginning, right? Going back to the core of who I am and who God called me to be. So right now, as a social media influencer, you guys know I spell that totally different. I put the SOUL in social, and I really define this as someone who is literally utilizing their God-given gifts and their God-given purpose to bring impact to the world on social media that allows you to reach a global audience. You guys know how powerful that is? You and I have never met before, and yet we're able to have this bond that is indescribable, right? Because even though I don't know you, you watch my videos and maybe walk away with one or two things that you can literally input into your life and changes things, right? And it's all because one person decided to show up. But that's how much power you have, right? Your people are waiting for you to get into position, y'all. And that is so important. There are so many times where I've become overwhelmed. But then when I realized why I was so overwhelmed, I realized that there were certain things in my in my day, or certain things in my routines, or certain things and habits that I had that weren't conducive to the lifestyle that I really wanted, or that I really wanted to build eventually for myself and for my future, right? And so right now, I'm very strategic about my time, what I give my time to, how I launch things, and how I deliver things, how I market things, how I promote things. All those things are very important. You guys know that as an influencer, I get the opportunity, or I have the opportunity to work with brands. And even when I work with different brands, I'm very intentional about the brands that I work with. Sometimes I will decline, and sometimes it's just not a right now, it's a later. And sometimes it's me actually putting myself out there and pitching to a brand. Whatever the case is, it always has to be in alignment with your messaging, right? With your voice, right? I teach my clients all the time about affirming your social voice, affirming the voice that God has given you. When you start going away from what the position and the gap that God is calling you to fill, you start becoming someone else that you're not. And who wants to be someone else when you could literally be you, right? When you could literally be yourself. And so I have a mentorship program that I only open the enrollment probably twice or 3 times a year. I haven't really decided how many times. And so that's happening this month, in the month of March. I also am ending the first round of coaching clients. I've spent 6 weeks with these amazing clients and influencers, and they've grown so much. I can't wait to really kind of share with you guys how that journey has been. I'll probably share most of it on Instagram, so make sure you're following me there, because I really want to highlight their amazing work and things that they've been able to do, and really the transformation that they've experienced. So as I'm closing that, right, or as I'm finishing that, I'm starting to open the enrollment for my mentorship program. And then in the midst of all of that, the first episode of my podcast of the season 3, because this is already almost a year old podcast. We turned 1 in May. But season 3 of the Flourish Effect podcast started literally this week. And in this season, I'm talking about how to become that intentional pioneer, right? And the different things that the pioneer goes through, right? There are wounds of a pioneer. And essentially when I say pioneer, it's just someone who is literally a trailblazer, right? Someone who is decisive, someone who is a trailblazer, who is literally creating a blueprint that has never been done before, right? So at the end of that, then at the end of the month, I'm opening the enrollment again in April for round 2 of the coaching client. So you guys see there's such a cadence, but it's very strategic. You know, when you're running something full time, like a business, and you're an entrepreneur, it's very important to be clear about what the focuses are, right? What is the focus of the season right now? Whether you have a job and you're building a side hustle, right? Whether you have a job and you're just really trying to add another stream of income, right? All these things are so important for you to consider, but consider the way that you live your life, right? Consider the things that you've been through. Consider the things that you believe in, and how you can really naturally integrate that into your content, right? Into your impact, into the people that you talk to, even in real life, in your communities, in your churches, in your friend circles. Really think about how you can combine that faith and influence and really bring that to people. Let people see how you live your life and the fruit of your life, right? And so I want to talk to those of you specifically who are trying to really build that faith and influence platform, right? And there's a verse that I love so much, and I actually am talking about it in one of these upcoming episodes of my podcast, and it comes from Jeremiah 33:3. The New International Version says, "Call to me, and I will answer you, and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know." The New Living Translation says, "Ask me, and I will tell you remarkable secrets you do not know about things to come." And the reason why I want to end this series with this scripture kind of really kind of being the center of it all is that sometimes we make things so complicated, y'all. when we think about faith and influence, we think that things are so overwhelming, so complicated, and rightfully so, right? We live life. We're still in a pandemic. We're still trying to figure it out. But the only reason why I'm able to put my hands in these different things are because, one, I'm anchored in the Lord, right? I'm anchored in the secrets of heaven that he wants to download into my mind in my devotional time. I ask God, give me the unsearchable things. Like, give to me the unsearchable things and the secrets of heaven that the earth has not even witnessed yet, so that I can birth it out and your people can really experience something new. I don't know what that something is for you, but I'm here to encourage you that something is something special, right? That something is necessary. There is so much need of your voice here on earth. And I don't know if this is a sign or if this is a push, or I don't know who this is for. But bro, sis, I'm telling you, there is need of your voice, right? There is need of your presence, because people need to see how dope you are and how you're able to formulate things and be strategic and be amazing and be you. People need to see that. And so I hope you guys have really enjoyed this Faith and Influence series. I really wanted to end it with you guys knowing that it's not easy. It is not easy managing all these things, but this scripture really keeps me anchored. This scripture really keeps me just like with such a wonder of God, that he would be so mindful of me and say, hey, listen, like, if you ask me, I'm gonna give you some secrets now. I'm gonna let you know what this blueprint is now. Like, I'm gonna give you something really dope that's never been seen before. Here's awaiting your invitation into your creativity. And so I'm going to leave you guys with that. If you guys are interested in anything that I've mentioned in this video, make sure you check out the description box below. I've got 2 wait lists on there, one for my mentorship program and one for coaching if you're interested in coaching. The 6-week intensive will start up again in April, so we've got lots of time. You got lots of time to save your coin too. I know some of you were like, we wanted to do it, but you were waiting for a better time to do it. So now is your time to get yourself on that list. So I hope that you guys have an incredible day today, and I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video.